Well, good morning and welcome back to our journey through Lent toward the crucifixion of Jesus and the celebration of the resurrection on Easter Sunday. In today's text, in John chapter 8, Jesus ratchets up the confrontation with the Jewish leaders of his day. After telling them that if they continue in his word, they are truly his disciples and they would know the truth and the truth would set them free, the Jews then claimed, hey, wait a minute. We are Abraham's children and we have never been enslaved to anyone. Wow. What deception. Let's see. 400 years in Egypt, 70 years in Babylon, and at that very moment, Judea and Jerusalem were occupied by the pagan Roman army. Jesus ignores all of that and he just goes straight for the jugular. He says this, everyone who commits sin is the slave of sin. And he's making clear that, yes, indeed, they are slaves. And in verse 35, he reveals their future to them. The slave does not remain in the house forever, but the son does. Now, here's what Jesus is saying to them. You may be the physical descendants of Abraham, but you are in slavery to sin. How do I know? Well, you're seeking to kill me. Why do you want to kill me? Because my word has no place in you. And to grasp the full meaning of this statement, we have to be reminded of the very opening verse of John's Gospel where he said this, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And Jesus, the Word, says to them, my word has no place in you. Now, then Jesus drives home a very important spiritual principle. It's found in verse 38. He says this, I speak the things which I have seen with my Father, therefore you also do the things which you heard from your father. Now here's the principle. Your deeds prove who your father is. They were seeking to kill him. Proof that they came from different fathers. Jesus' father is God. Their deeds proved their father was not God. And Jesus flat out tells them their father's the devil. And in verse 44, here's exactly what he says to him. John 8, verse 44, get ready. Sweet, loving, kind, gentle Jesus, you're of your father, the devil. And you want to do the desires of your father. He was a murderer from the very beginning, and he does not stand in the truth because there's no truth in him. Whenever he speaks a lie, he speaks from his own nature, for he is a liar and he is the father of lies. And the line is drawn in the sand. Your deeds prove who your father is, and you want to do the desires of your father. If God is your father, you want to do what pleases him. If the devil's your father, you want to do what pleases him. Jesus closes out our text for this morning in verse 47 where he says this, he who is of God hears the words of God. For this reason, you do not hear them because you are not of God. And so once again, Jesus drives home this point that although these first century Jews claim to be the people of God, the fact that they want to kill him and ultimately do proves they are not of God. So, what can you and I take from this passage today? We better grapple with the implication that our deeds prove who our Father is. You can, like these apostate Jewish leaders, claim to be the people of God and not be of God. Hey, thanks for joining me this morning, and I'll look forward to being back with you again tomorrow morning. Go out and make today a great day, and I hope you have a great weekend.